And it shows 4 islands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 islands crisscrossed by rivers. This paragraph here describes that between these 4 islands are 4 rivers that flow in a northward direction and empty into a central sea around the pole, up here. Over here on this island, the description reads that it's the healthiest island in the north.
Wow.
Now let us go to the northern part of the eastern hemisphere.
Good resources.
This island is described as having inhabitants that are 4 foot tall, which they call pygmies.
But they're
over
super
this
beings.
Island, it gives a description of this river here, and it describes that this river has such a strong current flowing northwards that it never freezes throughout the whole year.
Wow.
A very interesting and advanced.
We may not want to go that way. We may want to go one of these other ways. It may be like super. That may be the voyage that people take where they get lost or something. I don't know.
Okay. Now we're going to see some more of Gerard Mercator's work. This map is on page 86 and half of 87 in the book Mapmaker's Art.
Mapmaker's Art, John Gross.
Many significant things concerning this map. It is one of Gerard Mercator's most famous maps.
Oh, I wonder why.
You'll notice this is the northern hemisphere, with the 90th parallel being in the center. You will also notice that there is a navigational
Canada
meridian placed here.
Straight from the north,
We'll find out
North
why
America.
later. You will notice here the detail of the Hudson Bay. And right here, we have Southampton Island. No question about it.
Wow.
This right here is the northern coast of North America.
Yep.
This is the northern coast coming over to Alaska.
Ooh, that's really
Port Barrow is
close.
about right here.
Wow.
And this Alaska is upside down. And
Just
it is
a kid
missing
over that
very
hill.
important Aleutians.
Man.
It is called the region of California, as was the entire west
To the
coast
east,
of North
my
America.
brother, to the east.
Right here we have what later became the Bering Straits. Northern Siberia, Nova Zembla, Northern Europe, Spitzenbergen, right here. And right here we can see a very detailed map, very detailed, very accurate, of the coastline of Norway. And if you look right down here, you can see the tip of Scotland. Iceland is right here. Moving over, we see Friesland again. And we can see also that right here is the 350th meridian line. And we can come up a little bit more.
So these meridian lines are the parallels.
Greenland had a large island.
That's the 35th parallel, and the 90th parallel is where the pole
And here's
is.
Greenland.
So it's good to understand those things.
And up here in this corner, the upper left-hand corner of the map, we find again Friesland, but it's in much more detail now. All these wonderful places. There's
Wow.
castles here.
Oh.
Tiny villages.
Now you know this shit is not freezing cold with all those people living there in all these places. Why would somebody want to go there and build castles there if it's fucking freezing?
And Friesland is well documented. Now we're going to look at the script.
Everybody wants to
contained
live near the center.
in these 4 islands,
Yes, do it.
which we will see are called the Bargos Islands, with a mysterious
Awakening, that's what that means.
apparition here
This is
in the
Latin.
center.
Polvs means awakening, not pole. And Arcticvs means like, you know, like vicinity.
Let me describe to you the script
Awakening area,
that
I'm
is
telling
on
you.
the landmass in the north.
Vicinity,
First, let us
Vincinus,
go up
Arctic,
here.
come Vincinus.
This describes the North Magnetic Pole. Let us now go to the physical pole. In dead center, it says
It is not
Rupes
Arctic
nigra
here.
et altissima.
It's warm.
Describes a very dark and high canyon right in the middle of the pole.
The canyon. Interesting.
Let us now go to this island
A
over
big
here
hole.
at the top left. It describes that from the ocean they enter 4 rivers that flow northwards into the pole, and there are 19 openings from those rivers into the ocean.
Wow.
These rivers flow northward and empty into the Central Sea, and then empty into the very dark mountain or canyon, and they empty into the inner earth.
Wow.
This canyon is approximately 33 leagues wide, which is, I believe, about 100 miles.
Wow, 100 miles wide from each other. You can see from the other side,
Now let us go down here.
like you would see from a lighthouse
This
on a flat
describes that
plain.
this is the healthiest and most fabulous island in the north.
That's the pie crust on your pie. Right?
This here
Get a piece of the
describes
pie.
that this river or channel flows northwards and is divided, and it has 3 openings into the outer sea, and this particular channel is approximately 37 leagues wide.
37. That's what, 37 miles?
Over here,
Whoa,
on
that's
this
wide
island,
as
it
shit.
describes that here live
Whoa.
small
30
people or pygmies about 4 foot tall, which are called skrælingers in Greenland. Now over here, it describes that this particular river, its flow is so great northwards that it never freezes during the year.
So it's not Arctic.
Over here,
It never
it describes that in
freezes.
this part of the north lie the Bargo Islands, which can be read in the book by Paolo Venetti,
Pie
and
crust.
they circle the pole in the sea. Another significant thing about this particular river here is that it only freezes 3 months out of the year. It is blocked right there. 3 months out of the year.
When the sun is the furthest away from the center of the dish. So the sun's
Now
got
let's
to be
go further
here.
down here to the
That's got to
Hudson
be
Bay.
in our
She
summertime.
already
This gets
described This
frozen.
island as Southampton Island. It describes that this particular sea is made of fresh water, and its extent is unknown to its natives in Canada.
Wow. That's the Canada thing. Whoa.
Very detailed map.
So that's the water in Canada that people are fighting over. There's a huge almost like dope dealing ring going on with that water in Canada. You should check it out. Google man spends $10,000 on water in Canada, and you'll see like there's a big hustle going on.
Gerard McKay.
So this map is very accurate. It's a flat fucking earth, and this shit centers into the center that goes into an X, and there's inhabitants here that live here in a nice warm like summertime places we found out in part 1 and part 2. That's awesome, man.
The next map that we're going to show you is a Michael Mercator.
We'll get back to this again in the future, but if I find out anything else, I'm gonna keep on digging, and that's very informative. It told us everything about what to expect about each river. So during the time when the solace is not happening, the sun is out further in, I guess, with the 35th parallel, which would be like the meridian, one of the other meridians, and this freezes up. That's what they just said, like right up in here it freezes. But a lot of these flow so much that they don't freeze, and this is somehow summertime. It's crazy, and this is the most healthiest island in the north. So North America, nothing is more healthier than this spot here, and the pygmies live here. It's crazy, unbelievable. So Anybody, if you guys find out any more information, spread it out there.